Hey, welcome back. This is Matt from NGG Canada. Welcome to NBA 2K22 gameplay. Toronto Raptors versus the Wizards. This is for all of your basketball fans. This is for you girls and guys. Basketball game on. On behalf of Ari and myself, please like this video and please subscribe. We'll play NBA 23-2. Game on. Let's do this.
And welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. Brand new season. So glad to have you with us on this journey. Joined by Hall of Famer Grant Hill, NBA champion Steve Smith, and our reporter Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. Hey Allie.
BA technology is moving faster than ever. The new thing? Collectible highlights trading online. The players are taking notice. Shooting guard CJ McCollum said, quote, "A lot of players are inquiring about it. I've grown closer to the non-fungible tokens, trying to figure out what moments I should buy." Guys, he's a believer.
Boy, he is a big thinker, no doubt about that. Good reporting there, Allie. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Toronto Raptors. On Friday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. Then on Saturday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks. And now the Washington Wizards starters feel the off guard with Avdija at the 3. Kyle Kuzma out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Neto in at the point guard position. And for the Raptors, Van Vliet and Trent Jr. at the guard spots. Barnes is down low with Siakam. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Nothing more exciting than opening day in the NBA. Grant, how pumped are these players right now?
Oh, they are so pumped indeed. I mean, look, the offseason can be a long one, but every player loves when the games really start to count.
Down low. Here's Porzingis. And too long on the shot. Siakam outside. Pass to Anunoby. Takes the 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
This is one of the best aspects of Anunoby's game. Let someone else initiate. You finish the job.
And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Neto. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. The wide open shot is on the money.
He gets a lot of his points on catch and shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's Avdija. Kuzma for 3. Knocks down the triple.
Helping this offense spread the floor. Kyle's a solid shooter from distance.
Pass to Siakam. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. That shot off the mark. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Toronto on D. Here's Neto, guarded by Van Vliet.
Causing havoc for offenses. Siakam gives you great energy and focus to go along with that length.
Pass to Avdija. Clock at 6. Porzingis sets a screen. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Wizards, Danny Avdija, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the strike. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Van Vliet. Ooh, he can't stop the run as that misses. Beal's got room on the mark with the 15-footer.
Just so special scoring the ball. Beal's got every shot in his arsenal, including that nice pull-up. What I admire about Bradley Beal is his steady growth. Not just in his overall game, but how he's embraced becoming a leader. He's someone his teammates really look up to. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Kuzma with a screen on Trent. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense.
Washington ball.
Boy, Beal's rise continues to impress. Every season, Grant, he improves as a scorer especially.
And the older he gets, the more wisdom he attains. Both on and off the court, his guys expect him to lead the charge. It's something that he takes great pride in.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Standing at 7-3. We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
Here's Neto. This one for three. And the Wizards with another three.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Van Vliet on the wing. Van Vliet missing again. The Wizards have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Neto. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Van Vliet. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Van Vliet's got 5 points.
You can count on Fred Van Vliet. He always shows up for his team.
Beal, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Neto. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Toronto trailing. Outside Anunoby. From deep. Offensive board. Pass to Van Vliet. Tries again. That one off the back iron and out.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Beal outside. Porzingis passes to Beal. Kuzma against Barnes. Here's Avdia. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis with a screen on Anunoby. Avdia attacking, and he dunks it down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
And there's a defensive 3-second call.
Washington ball. At the line for the Wizards, Kristaps Porzingis. Shooting 1.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Pass to Neto. Back to Kuzma. 5 on the clock. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Trent. Toronto has gone 2 of 5 from beyond the arc in the first quarter. Now here's Anunoby. Got a hand on it. Barnes with it. Back to Anunoby. From deep. Unable to get that one.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Porzingis. Offline with a 3.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Barnes, no good. And Washington with possession. They're on an 18-5 run. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Avdia. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused and really jumped on the other team
And make
early.
room for teaser time. Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew.
And taking a look at last year's stats, here were the players that led the way in terms of steals. In the third spot, Fred VanVleet.
Last year, he was really opportunistic defensively, creating havoc.
And for Toronto, they're shooting 23%. Not great so far. Fires for three. It doesn't go for him. And Washington the other way now.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Anunoby. Good. And VanVleet gets the assist. Anunoby's got 5 now.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All VanVleet does is make winning plays.
Here's Neto. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Anunoby on the wing. The 3. Washington with a rebound.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And then Beal with the dunk.
The assist.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
They established the pace, they made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Trent. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Inside, here's Kuzma. Doesn't go that time. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. And the ball out of play. The Wizards will have it. And the Raptors with some changes. Achua's checked in for Anunoby. Mikhailuk comes in for Trent. And it's Flynn in for Fred VanVleet. Washington has gone 2 of 5 from beyond the arc in the first quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope. Beal outside. Fires at the elbow. Achua with a rebound. Here's Siakam. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
This is where Siakam is comfortable operating from. He loves going to work in the paint.
Beal outside. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Siakam. Off target from the baseline. And Washington shooting an excellent 56% in this quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope. Blocked! And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
The Raptors making a switch here. Birch is checked in. Gafford, he's checked in for Washington. Pass to Caldwell Pope. They swipe it. And here's the fast break. Achua for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Now a timeout called by Washington.
Fans, the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest. All right, look who's coming on the board. Come on and get loud for your Northside Crew. Give the hand, fans, your Northside Crew.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Beal against Birch. To the paint. And the dunk by Gafford.
Slick feed by Beal, taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide open man.
And for Toronto, they're shooting around 32% to begin this game. The three from Barnes. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Three-pointer, Beal. And the three-pointer goes. Beal's got his third bucket of the night.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now here's Hachimura. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Back to Beal.
Toronto foul. Malachi Flynn. That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul.
On the wing, Bryant. Back to Beal. Driving to the basket, 6 to shoot, and he gets that one. Beal's got 9 points.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
The baseline J is on the way, and it's Birch missing. Washington has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Beal. To the middle. It's stolen by Barnes. And they're on the run. Here's Mikhailuk. No good on the triple. Well, the Wizards shooting a phenomenal 60% on the first. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Gafford missing.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Now Achua. Three-pointer Birch. Nails it from 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Beal outside. Pass to Hachimura. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Wizards.
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
They've also had a good start tonight hitting the mid-range jumper.
And he makes the first. Young, he's checked in for Birch. Both good from the line that time. Here's Flynn. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Mikhailuk. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. The Wizards with a lead.
2 minutes left in the fourth.
Hachimura outside. Down low. Here's Caldwell Pope. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And a veteran guard who helps set the tone defensively. KCP brings that energy and toughness on a nightly basis.
He does, BA, and he doesn't need the ball in his hands to impact a game. He'll go out and smother those opposing guards.
Now here's Beal. 9 points in the game. Gafford passes to Beal. And again, Washington with a triple.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Achua finds Young. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences. He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
Personal foul. Team is in the penalty. At the line for the Wizards, Bradley Beal. At the line for 2.
2.
And he knocks down the first one.
The offensive game of Bradley Beal is incredible. He scored more than 30 per game over a season, a player you can build your team around for sure.
And Beal drops them both.
And they're doing a great job of earning their trips to the line.
Pass to Achua, shoots over Bryant, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Hachimura outside. They get it back. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Oh, and Bryant with a block. And they're able to recover. Achua can't hit. Washington has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Beal, that one's good.
And they are letting those threes fly from outside. Really in a great rhythm.
Pass to Achua. Young with it. Outside Barnes. From deep three-point range. Gafford grabs the miss. To the paint. Back to Caldwell Pope. Now Beal from 12 feet. Not going to go that time. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Wizards out in front, up by 9. And we'll be back short. And growing up in a sporting family, most of Bradley Beal's brothers chose football. So why did he choose basketball?
Oh, Mom said in high school, whoever recruited me first, basketball, football, is what we stuck with. So it was basketball.
I like that system, Grant. Pretty simple. Supply and demand.
That's right. Give the people what they want. And I'd say he found his calling.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
They just look hungrier out there. They don't mind taking the pounding.
Van Fleet and Trent Jr. at the guard spots. OG Anunoby out there with Thaddeus Young. And it's Siakam in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. All right, Smitty, looking back at your career, you were named an All-Star scoring 20 points a game. But you also played a few years as a role player. What do you think the key was to that transition?
You know, BA, you have to always embrace being a great teammate, no matter what the role is. Of course, winning a ring like I did with the Spurs, that makes coming off the bench much easier.
And he drops the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Toronto shooting 41% in this game. Three-pointer, Van Fleet. Good to see it fall for him. Now 3 for 9.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, just about every discussion of the NBA trade market comes back to the Washington Wizards. An all-star shooting guard Bradley Beal on a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 3 seasons. Something's got to give. And guys, with Beal possessing an opt-out after the season, expect those talks to intensify.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
It's Van Vliet with a drive. He hits it. His 4th make in 10 tries.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Left side, Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
So we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
The jump hook. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Beal outside. And the call will be against Fred VanVleet. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's a foul he wanted to avoid, and he definitely doesn't want to pick up his third before the half.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. And Washington has possession. Here's Neto. Rebounded by Trent. The Raptors have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. VanVleet outside. Back to Anunoby. Pass to VanVleet. Trent right side. Here's Siakam. Avdija pulls it in. Avdija's got his 4th rebound in this one. Beal from outside. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
The consistency of Beal's scoring has been terrific. And, of course, his teammates keep working hard to facilitate to him.
Now here's Boucher. Three-pointer, VanVleet. That shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Avdija attacking. Pass to Beal. Launches a 3. And again, Washington with a triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Anunoby for 3. On target from range. Anunoby's got 8 points.
OG Anunoby matching threes. Just a solid, steady player who continues to improve.
Beal finds Kuzma. To the wing on the left. And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Raptors on D. 11-point game. Beyond the arc.
And what's surprising, during the second quarter, he hasn't really looked like himself.
Back to Trent. Outside for Boucher. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Beal. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
And just putting the moves to work right there. I mean, Beal manages to get his shot in spite of the contact.
The Raptors making a switch here. Birch is checked in.
All right, look who's coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your north side.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Trent. Now here's Boucher. Three-pointer, VanVleet. Avdija pulls it in.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Three-pointer, Beal. Oh, it's his 10th basket on 12 tries. You got to appreciate the efficiency here.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Now here's VanVleet. 10 points for him. Anunoby for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Jacks up a 3. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. That'll belong to Kyle Kuzma.
The team loves what Boucher is starting to give them offensively. But the reason they signed him in the first place, rim protection. 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan and quick hops.
That free throw, no good. And coming out of the G League, it's amazing how quickly Boucher has earned major minutes.
BA, it's been a surprise to everyone except for the team scouting department. High ceiling additions like Boucher can help make or break a roster. His progress has been exciting to watch.
He's off on the second. And on his 3rd shot, he finally gets it to fall. The Wizards have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Kuzma. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Chris Boucher.
At the line for the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma, taking 2 shots.
That one's off. And after a grueling season a year ago, all the COVID precautions, the players relieved. And Smitty, I bet you're relieved to return to some normality.
You know, B.A., basically, I'm just glad it's behind us.
And the second free throw is good.
You know, he's one of the more underrated players in his draft class. Kuzma's proven that he should have been drafted higher in 2017, a lot higher, in my opinion. Working in that mid-range area, the analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
And here's Beal. And he's got 28 now. It's good.
Bradley Beal.
Beal's got 13 points now in the quarter.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Here's Van Vliet. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Washington has gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. Porzingis with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Neto. Shots blocked. Van Vliet right side. And it's Toronto with another.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Here's Neto, guarded by Van Vliet. Pass to Beal. And here is Kuzma. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Raptors. Trent's got 4 rebounds now.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back. Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Beal from outside. And they get it back. Rebounded by Trent. Trent's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The lead now cut to single digits.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Here's Neto, guarded by Trent. To the inside. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 16. A quick shot there. It's off target.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
And he's really improved as a playmaker over the years. Beal's basketball IQ seems to just get higher and higher.
Van Vliet, the pass to Birch. Kicks it out to Anunoby. From the arc. The rebound by the Wizards. At one point, they led by 16. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
It's time for T-shirts.
A big group substitution here for Toronto. Achua's checked in for Birch. Barnes comes in for Anunoby. Mikhailuk's checked in for Trent. And it's Flynn in for Van Vliet. A big group substitution here for Washington. Gafford, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Bryant comes in for Kuzma. Hachimura's checked in for Avdia. And Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Neto. The Raptors shooting 53% here in the second quarter. Boucher outside. Here's Mikhailuk. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher.
Boucher.
That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. 14 foul.
And Washington has possession. They lead by 14. Here's Beal. And he makes it on the layup. Beal's got 34.
They're really working the paint now.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Can they get it? That shot missing. And Washington the other way now.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Bryant with the bucket.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's Mikhailuk. He's got 5. Achua. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Toronto shooting about 43% on this one. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track. I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Bryant a screen on Barnes. And it's Hachimura on the drive. Pass to Gafford. Here's Beal. Here's the screen by Bryant. Beal, the pass to Gafford. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Caldwell Pope. Yes, sir. And it's Bryant picking up the assist. Bryant's got 3 assists now in this one.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
And Washington with possession. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much.
Toronto foul. Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. That's his first personal foul.
He's off on the first.
Foul. Shooting for Washington. Bradley Beal. 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. So it's Toronto now. Achua, high post. Outside Barnes. Fires the 3. Caldwell Pope pulls it in.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Young, he's checked in for Boucher.
Thaddeus Young.
Beal outside. Pass to Bryant. Count it. Bryant's got 5 now.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Barnes passes to Young. From outside, off the mark. And Washington with possession. Huge run right now for him, going 19-2. Here's Hachimura. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there. Ooh, he got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Here's Beal. And another basket for Washington.
The mid-range jumper is a handy tool for Beal. A lot of his shots come from that area. He's got a ton of confidence in it.
There's Young with the 3. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
And staying with it. He drained 2 triples in the first quarter. Now gets this one.
Beal, the pass to Hachimura. Back to Beal. It's Beal on the wing. Puts up a 3. Sinks the tray. Beal's got 42 in the game.
He just has a great feel from the perimeter tonight. 3 triples in the first quarter, and he keeps them coming.
Barnes against Hachimura. Oh, and Bryant with a block. Pass to Flynn. 4-3. Caldwell Pope pulls it in.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Hachimura. Bryant, the pass to Hachimura. Bryant, a screen on Barnes. Here's Caldwell Pope. To the right side. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
He's such a good free throw shooter. You don't want to foul him unless it's absolutely necessary.
Personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
The first free throw is good. So both teams changing it up here.
Caldwell Pope at the line for 2.
It's both from the stripe. Well, the Raptors shooting just 42% so far in the game. Pass to Flynn. Outside Young. Siakam, right side. Sinks that one from the post. Siakam's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Physicality is no problem for Siakam. He pushes off the contact and gets it to go.
And so it's the Washington Wizards, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More 2K action in just a moment.
Welcome. The first half is in the books, so let's check out the top performers for each team.
I mean, who doesn't love a 5-star matchup like this? Both players showing their competitive nature, igniting their teammates' fire with these performances. Expect this level of play to continue in the second half.
All right, moving on to the first half, and guys, Bradley Beal has been putting on a show.
His shooting says it all. He's been a force at the offensive end. No one has had an answer for him, at least a good answer. Who knows what it'll take to break his rhythm? No one's been able to step up.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. How about Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game?
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. So on the floor for the Wizards, Beal the off guard with Avdia at the 3. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Neto in at the point. Now here's Beal. He's got 42. Over to the wing. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Assisted.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Porzingis has gone 4 for 6 from the field. Anunoby passes to Siakam. Trent from long range. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists now in this one. And for the Wizards, they're shooting it at 61%, a terrific average.
And dominating at a mid-major university. Some scouts question Siakam's level of competition during the 2016 draft process, especially since his numbers were so good.
And Toronto has possession, following the bucket by the Wizards.
A good shooter who can operate at different speed. Love when Fred is knocking down that mid-range jumper.
Now Beal. He's got 44. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barnes has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Also affecting Siakam's draft stock, huh? He was 3 or 4 years older than many of his peers.
Well, what's interesting is that player evaluation has become such a science. But sometimes the variables can lead you astray, and you have to go by the eye test. Siakam was in that cohort.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Van Vliet, the pass to Trent. Here's Siakam. And are the Raptors with another bucket.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Avdia from outside. And again, Washington with a triple.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Siakam with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. And the basket by Trent.
We talk about Siakam's versatility. Great timing and location on the pass.
The Wizards have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Hits the trifecta. Porzingis has got 15.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Hey man, who wants a free t-shirt? Time to make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew.
All right, now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season. The Raptors 4th.
In today's game, you have to capitalize on every chance you get at the stripe. And this is a team that takes pride in their performance from the line.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Barnes passes to Siakam. Trent left side. Van Vliet with it. Now Barnes, defended by Kuzma. Puts it up from 12. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
Avdia can't get it to go. Toronto has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Trent from long range. Rebound by the Wizards. Kuzma's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Beal puts up a deep 3. And again, Washington with a triple.
Woo, the air is thin out there. I mean, Beal is a very accurate deep shooter, and that forces defenders out or they'll pay.
Van Vliet misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
The 11-footer. Rebound by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Washington has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. 11 feet out. Beal's shot is off. For Toronto, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Pass to Anunoby. Fires the 3. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Anunoby's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Now here's Porzingis. 15 points in the game. And again, Washington, no good. Barnes passes to Siakam. Inside. Van Vliet. It's tipped.
Though he won't block a lot of shots, Kyle with terrific defense that time. Read that one all the way.
The Wizards have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Here's Neto. And Anunoby pulls it down. Anunoby's got his 6th rebound on the night. Barnes finds Van Vliet. Now here's Siakam. Defended by Porzingis. Siakam, no good. And the Wizards shooting well here in the third, hitting 50% of their shots. Beal from outside. Again! What an avalanche!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Here's Van Vliet. Rebound Washington.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Achua's checked in for Toronto.
Now into the lineup for your Raptors.
Washington with the ball. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
Achua for 3. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist in this one. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
So, Brian, the NBA tests out different rules in the G League, including shooting 1 free throw for all the possible points to speed things up. How much did it hurt players' free throw percentages, not getting the multiple tries? Well, averages dropped a percentage point or 2. Is that a deal breaker or something to consider?
Yeah, those are good questions. We'll see, Allie. Thank you. And the basket by Beal.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
And the shot goes in. Anunoby's got 8 points here in the quarter.
If you're OG Anunoby, it's about staying healthy. You already know if you're healthy and whole, you can be successful.
Now here's Kuzma with the drive. And another basket for Washington.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Neto. 13 points in the game. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
And after adding 16 pounds of muscle during the 2019 offseason, Porzingis handles contact so much better. Great finish inside.
Now here's Trent. He's got 5. Misfires on the corner 3. Van Vliet against Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
One of the most desired trade targets in the league. Seemingly every year, Beal is just a baller.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. 3-pointer. Avdija pulls it in. Avdija's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Neto. Anunoby covering. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. The shake. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Down low. Kicks it out to Anunoby to halt the run. No luck on that one. And it's Washington the other way. On the wing, Kuzma to the paint. Here's Porzingis. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Porzingis has got 15 points here in the second half. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pure from 3-point range.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Beal, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Neto, guarded by Van Vliet. Pass to Beal. The 3 is up. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting 45% here in the second half. Van Vliet finds Siakam. Trent from long range. Rebound, Washington. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Neto. And the Wizards with another 3.
That's his second 3-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
Out left to the wing. Achua for 3. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Wow! Crazy good!
We haven't seen a ton of signature dunks from Kuzma, but he ended that one right there.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Anunoby on the wing, from downtown, and the Raptors another 3.
Having a monster night from beyond the arc. He had 2 bombs in the first half, now 3 more since.
Up top, Beal. Non-stop scoring machine right here. The Raptors shooting at about 44% so far. From the wing, Anunoby can't get it to go.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Avdija can't get it to go. To the inside. Pass to Trent. For 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got assist number 7 tonight. Kuzma outside. The Wizards with another miss.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Achua gets the bucket.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
1:33 left in the third. Beal, no good. Now the Raptors with it. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Anunoby can't get it to go.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
Kept alive. Here's Siakam, and a nice finish on the layup. Siakam's gotten 4 this quarter.
The motor Pascal has never stops, showing great activity on the glass to keep plays going.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Birch, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Young comes in for Achua. Mikhailuk's checked in for Trent. And it's Flynn in for Van Vliet. So Washington going with an almost entire new group here. Gafford, he's checked in for Porzingis. Bryant comes in for Kuzma. Hachimura's checked in for Avdia. And Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Beal.
OG's a tricky cover. Has strength, has quickness, and just still learning the game.
At the line for Toronto, OG Anunoby, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Though he's still polishing the skill set, Anunoby has the size and versatility that every team wants out of his wings.
The Wizards making a switch here. Smith's checked in. Both free throws good from Anunoby. There's 42 seconds left in the third. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Gafford the screen. Now Bryant. Now here's Smith. 5 to shoot. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant.
And this is the shot Smith's been working on. Hard to get time in the backcourt these days if you can't hit it from range.
Inside, the kick out to Young. And the Raptors miss again. Here's Caldwell Pope. And here's Bryant outside. And again, Washington with a triple.
He needs to be more proactive on offense and shoot it more. He's making most of his shots, so he's got to demand the ball more.
Anunoby for 3. Whoa! He just got it off in time.
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the shot clock, ending the quarter the right way.
Bradley Beal has been leading the charge for Washington. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it